Hello guys, Ian here, and today we are going to restore some ceiling fans, which I have a couple that I kind of want to restore, which is the ones that's pulled out of the house that I remodeled recently. So the first one I want to do is this one, this builder, and we got this other one right here, this builder. So I'll do that one too, and then this fan right here, and then over here we're gonna do not that one, this one, because I got a new blade set for it, and we're gonna paint it up. So, yep, we're gonna get started, guys, with these fans, and I might restore that home mirror all the way to 2 if people want it. If someone wants it, which someone wants it, guys. I don't know how, but someone wants that fan, so I might give it. I don't know. We'll see. So I had to get this fan here to replace the blades on this one. And these blades right here for this builder, I could just bend back. I was gonna get a second blade set for it, but it's just one bent blade, so I can bend it back. And I did clean off the blades of the Homer Gold Material, like I said yesterday. Right there. A new motor for this fan, and these new gazebo blades I got from Home Depot are for that basic fan right there, the hugger. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, guys. And yes, this is a fan that is pulled out of a house. It's a, or what is it? Not it was. It's a White Castle. What is it? Bro, Breezy Bay White Castle. So it's pretty much a knockoff of the Cheshire from Harbor Breeze. So that's what that fan is down here, and we're going to use it for this fan. Oh, and I got new capacitors here too. So yep, we're gonna get started, guys. I did not get a third capacitor, guys, because this motor right here comes with that. It's a Homer motor, by the way, and I might use these shades here for this light kit. So yep, we're gonna go ahead and get started, guys, and I will see you guys there. Alright guys, so I got my equipment here, which is some rust remover chemicals and paint. So for the new fans. So this is a different kind. I know this guys is the exact same paint bucket that I use for the house, but this is a kind of paint that's used for metal. So that's why that's why it's different compared to the other paint that I got, which I'm going to paint this fan and that one over there, the hugger. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, guys, by taking off these blades. Oh god, these blades are gross. So, I might, should I do it? Cause I gotta get these blades in a group. So maybe like this. Give me a second, guys. There we go. Can I take it off? All right, I can take it off. There we go. That's one blade. One saggy, sad blade, which is totally not moldy and disgusting. And I'll see you guys there when I get the rest of the blades off. Another blade off. Two blades removed. One more blade left. Alright guys, now that we've gotten the blades taken off, what I'm going to do next is lower down the canopy. And after I lower down the canopy, I'm gonna see if I can like get some rust remover or something. Because that's what I did. I got the rust remover. What? Rust remover. I got the rust remover, guys. So I gotta decide though if I want to do the motor housing or the canopy. Cause I need to get some new screws as well, cause these are all messed up too. So yep, I'm gonna go ahead. You know what, guys? I'm gonna do this first. I'm gonna take off the motor, take out the faceplate, and just start from there. Oh wait, guys, it turns out I have to actually take off the motor from this thing. So you know what, guys? Let me take off the motor, cause I'm just yapping at this point. All right, guys. All I gotta do now is unwire it. So see you guys there. The fan has been unwired, so now we can go ahead and bring down the motor. So I'm going to rest. I'll move these blades set out of the way to that fan, because I'm going to rest the motor on this work table and use the table what it's meant for. So we're gonna rest the motor right here. So it looks like, because I have to like do this weird stuff to get this motor out. So I'll see you guys there when I take out this faceplate. The faceplate's gone, and now what we do next after that, we pull the motor out because I just unscrewed it. And there we go, guys. This motor is finally out. And here is why I was going to replace out the motor. Because it is really rusty. It's also rusty inside of there too. So that's why I just went ahead and just sacrificed the motor. I don't know what I'm going to do with this motor, guys. There's pretty much no use for it. It's pretty much useless. I might use it for some, like, experiment fan. I have no idea. Because the bearings are also bad in it. The bearings are also bad in it as well. So, yep, that's what I'm going to do with this motor. Just put it in storage for now because I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. And no, I'm not going to use it for actual normal fan. So, now we got a motorless ceiling fan. It's technically motorless now. But before we put a new motor in it, guys, the first thing we have to do is get rid of all this rust. So we're going to go ahead, guys, and get started with that chemical process. Get rid of all this rust and turn it back into metal. And then after I turn it back into metal, we repaint it up with the paint that's meant for metal. And then after that, we remove the blades off this fan and put it up on this fan. Because I am going to but of course after the faceplate and everything's up back to normal, the motor and the faceplate and the motor housing, all that stuff. So sorry guys, I'm talking really fast because I'm really excited to do this. So we're gonna go ahead and that's right, we gotta do the chemical process first. Alright guys, so we got our chemical solution here. I'm gonna go ahead and get a sponge and we're gonna go ahead and scrub it all off. Let's get started. Alright guys, so I've gotten this faceplate done, and I had to take off the dust screen as well. So all the rust, guys, is gone off the screws and off this piece here, the inner rim. All of it's off. That's the water. It's getting kind of nasty. Same with this sponge here, and it's about to get even more nasty because this is the next one. So yep, we're gonna do the next one, guys, and I'll see y'all there. All right, guys, check it out. Now this part is also done as well, this part of the housing. Nice. And as y'all can see, the puddle has changed color. The sponge is gross. This is also gross. It's all rusty. But hey, the next step is to dry all this stuff, to dry all this stuff off, and then put the new paint. So let's get started with that. Alright guys, so I've gotten this painting ready. And one thing I had to do, guys, is take down this whole mounting assembly here because I just realized there's rust here and on the top of the canopy stuff. So I'm going to have to take that down and do the same process as I did with the motor housing. So I'll see you guys there when I'm done painting that, and I'll get started with this. Alright guys, I've gotten the motor housing of this builder painted up completely. And over here as well. And yes, it does move the dust screen with it too. So that part's done. Now it's time to get this done. So I'm gonna take this down. I'm gonna take this thing down, and I'll see you guys there. All right, guys. So I've gotten this taken care of now. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is take care of this, which shouldn't be too hard because it's little parts. But then I got the hugger outside, which is next. So I'll see you guys there when I get all this taken care of. All right, guys. That wasn't too hard. I've gotten this all taken care of. It's no longer rusty. Now the next step is to paint it with this because I got some black paint for the mounting bracket and the coupler. So I think that's what it's called, the coupler, right? Yeah, coupler. So I'm going to go ahead and get that ready, and it looks like we have a storm on the way, so that's fun. So yep, we're going to go ahead and get started painting. And just like that, we got a brand new mounting bracket set. So what I'm going to do, guys, is paint this down rod with this white paint, and then let these dry, and then after that, we can put everything back up and install the new motor and stuff. So I'll see you guys there. Alright guys, so I've gotten this set painted up now. I made this area black because I figured that's what I see on modern fans today. So that's why I'm going to try that. The canopy set's all painted up. So now all we got to do is let this stuff dry. And then after it's all dry, we can put it back up. Okay guys, so what I've done so far is I moved the Farmington over there. It's unwired now. And I'm going to install the home air. It's already all dried up now. And we're going to install it. But, however, we got a storm on the way. So I'll definitely I might film this part too, we'll see. So, we're going to get started with this, guys. And let's see if the storm interrupts us. So the first step we do is we get this mounting bracket. And we put it like this. We pull it up. Alright, because we're restoring multiple fans, guys, so this is a really big project. Again. Alright. And we do a little bit of that. And a little bit of this. And a little bit of that. And it's installed, guys. Just like that. The mounting bracket has been installed. I like it a lot. The next step is to install the coupler to that down rod. Alright guys, so what I've done so far is I've gotten this piece like that. I put it into the mounting bracket. Let me find this other cover, the cover, hold on. Now that's what I'm talking about. So, now all we gotta do now is just install it. So, alright guys, we lift it up like this. And like this, and like that. Alright, we put it in the gap here, which shouldn't be that hard. And then after that, we rest. Alright, guys. Almost there. Come on. Come on. There we go. Now it's mostly in. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is lift up this canopy to the screws, which shouldn't be too hard. I'm going to do a little bit of that. Oh, I got to wire it up first. Hold on, guys. I'll see you there when I wired it up. The fan has been wired up, so now all we can do is just do it like that. And, oh, a little bit more up. That. Come on. Give me a second. We're almost in. And we're in, guys. Alright. I already like how it looks. It looks good. So that's the canopy mounting set. So what we have to do next is get the motor housing installed and the motor itself. So I'll see you guys there when I get that motor housing up. Okay, guys, I've gotten the the motor housing on, but we're getting a little bit of an interruption here. So this thing is getting closer. The clouds are moving in. It's already kind of dark, but other fan-wise, we're getting there. So all I gotta next is wire that up. But this is coming. Oh, it's starting to rain already. I don't hear any thunder yet. Oh, it's getting dark and windy. Oh yeah, it's starting to rain now. Well, we got that going on. So guys, I'm gonna wait for the storm to pass for a bit, and I'll get back to the fan. So give me a second. The storm is still passing, so hold on, guys. It's a little windy over there. Ignore my dogs, please. So give me a second, guys. I'm still waiting for this thing to pass. The storm is now passing, guys. So after this, I can get back to filming the fans, because I got a little distracted by the storm here. Very dark up there. Look at those clouds. Yep, it expanded, so that's what happened. Anyways, back to the fans. Alright, guys, so the next step after that is going to be installing this motor. So, we're going to go ahead and lift up this motor. I'm going to go ahead and compare it to this motor so y'all can see that it's very similar, very the same. So, let me flip it around. Okay. So it's a 188 by 16 is the original, but this is a 188 by 17, so it's slightly bigger. And it looks pretty similar, right? Just the older one has a different sticker design. So, yep, that's why I got this motor here, because it should be compatible with the fan. So we're going to go ahead and install it right now, even though the motor is going all the way up to the ceiling, which is not supposed to do that. So we lift it up. And I now gotta wire up this motor, guys, so I'll see you guys there when I wire this thing up. The motor has been wired up, so now our next step is just lift it up into this thing, and we should be done with this motor part. So, yep. Gonna make sure it's lined in there. And we're... Oop, hold on, guys. Move a little bit down. And we're aligned. There you go, guys. The motor has been aligned and installed. So now all we got to do is put up that faceplate with the dust screen, and we got a new builder fan. Okay, installing the dust screen on the faceplate again, which I also did clean. Okay, we put it down like that. Alright, the bottom plate now can go up. And after that, guys, after I screw it in, we should have a new fan. Which it already looks a lot better than how it did when I first got it. So, yep, we line up the screws and we just, like that. Get the dust screen, because the dust screen's going out of the motor housing. Give me a second, guys. Come on. I think it moves like that a little bit. Hold on, guys. This is gonna be a kind of a tedious process. So give me a second. Okay, guys, that was a bit annoying, but I did eventually get the faceplate on there, and now it looks good, guys. There's absolutely no rust whatsoever anymore because we did the chemical process and the paint process. So our next step is the blades, which is why I got this Breezy Bay Newcastle ceiling fan, which is a Cheshire knockoff. So I'm gonna take off the blades on this hugger, and then after that, we're gonna put it on this fan. Okay, guys, so I've gotten this fan bladeless. So the next step is to transfer the blades to this fan. So I'm gonna do the 1 blade installed, 2 blades installed move, and I'll see you guys there when this fan has all of its blades and ready to test. So see you guys there. 1 blade installed, 2 blades, 3 blades installed, 4 blades installed, 5 blades installed. Now let's go and test it. This switch is now turned on, so now we're ready to go ahead and test it. And guys, it looks great. I am really happy with how this fan looks. So we're starting off with low. Man, guys, I am really happy with how this turned out. I can zoom in on it too. I think it looks great. It really reminds me of a Craft Made or a Quorum, or maybe even a Litex. But as y'all can see, there's no rust at all anymore. The blades just fit perfectly, which is good. And there's the pull chain. Everything about this fan is new and refreshed because it needed it. There's low speed. Here's medium. Gonna let it catch up to speed because it's a brand new motor. Yeah, guys, this fan does not have a back capacitor. It's just a brand new motor. Takes some time to start up. Has an okay medium speed. I can feel a breeze. It's moving. It looks a lot faster. Looks a lot faster, guys. I don't know why it looks a bit slow, but it's actually a lot faster. So, yep, has a medium speed. I like it a lot. And now for high speed. Oh yeah, there we go. Now it's moving really fast. Yeah, that's why I didn't get another capacitor for it, because it was a new motor entirely, so it already came with a capacitor in it. Well, guys, I think this fan right here, guys, is a big success. Okay. Well, guys, I think this fan right here, guys, is a big success because, man, I cannot believe this fan was outside for years. I could not believe that this fan right here that we're looking at, guys, was outside for years. And now look at it now. It's like a brand new fan. Wow. Has a little wobble to it, but it'll be alright. Now the next one is that fan. Its brother right there. So, yep. Perfect success. I can feel the breeze, guys. It feels nice. So, let's get started with the next fan. First off, get back and get the chain. Yeah, guys, look at the breeze. It's making the chain move. Alright, there we go. On to the next fan. Alright, guys, so this one shouldn't be too hard. This one right here, because it's not even rusty at all. It's just a light kit that's the worst condition. But what we can do is that we can bend this one right here back down, get rid of all those shades, put those shades right there on it, and paint up those blades. Not paint up the blades, but clean the blades. There we go. And we'll go from there. So, yep, let's get started, guys. Alright, I cleaned up the blades here. I had to move the fan a little bit more over here. And I had to take down that Homer gold material temporarily so I could have some more room. And the canopy is floating. Please ignore that. There we go. We put this here. I am so sorry for that unrealistic Roblox physics. But we'll make it work. So there we go. All right. So now what we're going to do is put on these blades. So I'll see you guys there when I put on the blades, and then we'll do the 1 blades installed, 2 blades installed, 3 blades installed, and 4 blades installed. Yeah, you know what? Actually, no. Before I do that, I'm going to move this fan on the box. So give me a second. Now we can do the blade move. 1 blade installed, 2 blades installed, 3 blades installed, 4 blades installed, 5 blades installed. Okay guys, so now that we've got all the blades installed, what I want to do is bend this one back this way carefully so it doesn't snap, and then replace the capacitor and get that light kit taken care of. So we're going to do that right now. Alright guys, this blade right here has been bent back carefully, so that's good. Now the blades are done. The next step I'm going to do is clean off the top and the capacitor and the light kit. Top is done. Now what we're going to do guys is take down this whole switch cap, light kit. Alright guys, the fan has been opened up, so I'm debating guys, should I just replace, I'll find another fob for it. Because I was thinking maybe I could replace the entire pull chain switch, because there's no fob to it, but no, I'll just get another fob. So here's the capacitor guys, which we can take off now, which we are going to install the new one, so that's what we're going to do. The capacitor is hanging like that now. So we bring this one up, this new capacitor, and we install it into the fan. So we're going to go ahead and get ready to wire it up and test it out. Oh, not through the fan. Okay guys, I'm going to take off this capacitor and install the new one. Okay guys, the new capacitor has been wired up, so now we can take down the old one. So this is the old capacitor. The one that's tilted is the old one, which was bad. So we're going to take that down now. And put that there. I'm going to put it over here so I don't mix it up with the new capacitor right there. So there's the old capacitor taken down. We are going to go ahead and raise it up like this. And make it stick up on top, because that's where it sticks. Okay. And we're done with the new capacitor, guys, so that's good. The next step is the light kit, so we can go ahead and install the light kit back up, and we'll fix up the light kit. Okay, so this light kit has its own switch cap here, or switch housing. So we're gonna go ahead and take it off along with the pull chain. All right, and like that, and there we go, guys. Now I'm gonna go and get a new pull chain switch for the light kit, and I'll be right back for that. Check it out, guys. So I've got a new pull chain switch installed. There's the old one right there, and now all we gotta do is wire it up and fit it into the fan and bend this one back and put new shades. So I'm gonna do that right now and see you guys there. Okay, I got another fob as well for the fan chain. So what I'm gonna do is bend this one down here, because this is the one that's bent. Okay, Roblox, come on, let me do this right. Don't break it, don't break it, don't break it, don't break it. Alright. Still a little bit up. Gotta fix that. Hold on, guys. Don't break it. Put it down. Oops. Come on. Don't break it. Don't break it. Alright. Because I know these things I don't want to break this, guys. Because if I break this, then I have to buy another light kit. So. Okay. There we go. It's not the best, but it's unnoticeable now. You have to look very closely to see how it was bent. So, there you go, guys. The next step is the shades, and we're done. But we gotta wire it up, too, of course. So, yep. Okay, guys. The tulip shades are now down. So, our next step is installing the shades from the Breezy Bay fan. It reminds me of a Walmart, because Walmart kind of knocks off Harbor Breeze fans. So, the Breezy Bay new, you know what I mean. So, we're going to go ahead and install this up. Please fit, because if this doesn't fit, then I'm going to be very upsetting. So, let me fit this in, guys. 1 shade installed. 2 shades installed. 3 shades installed. 4 shades installed. Alright, guys, we are very close to testing out the fan. So what we gotta do now, I talk too fast, is wire it all up. And after we wire it all up, we are ready to test it out. So, I'm going to wire up in a bit, and we'll get started. The fan has been wired up, so now what we have to do is we have to spin the canopy this way, and then go up like that. And as the canopy is resting, what we're going to have to do next is get the screws. So, what are the screws? Give me a second, guys. I might have lost the screws. Oh, there they are. The screws are over here, so we lift up the screws, and I'm gonna screw them all in, and I'll be right back after I screw them all in. Perfect. Now let's go and test it. All right, guys, I just got it hooked up. Let's see. Light works. Fan works. Let's turn that one high. Because this fan had a terrible capacitor, guys, remember? So, let's start up on high. Already going a lot faster than it was. Remember when you first walked in, guys, and this fan was, like, just neglected? But look at it now. It is now fast. Just like how it should be. And honestly, guys, I love the shades, how they look on the light kit. So, this was a good success. Well, 2 of the Homer builders have been restored and refurbished. Our next stop is going to be the Gold Medieval, because it's better than the Hugger. So, well, that's the next stop. So, we're going to get started with the Gold Medieval now. Okay, guys, so next is the Gold Medieval. So what we're going to do is that we're going to put it like this, put up the mounting bracket, so it can hang the Gold Medieval and test it when it's done. Oop, don't drag the whole shed. Because, guys, that has happened multiple times in bloopers. So we do it like this. There we go. Alright, the mounting bracket is nice and secure, but this fan is set up in a way where the capacitor is mounted on the back. So instead of having to open it up on the switch housing, because this fan has no switch housing, right? I have to open it up on the top. So, yep, that's what we're gonna do. And I gotta clean the top as well. I'm talking too fast, sorry. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this top off, guys, and I'll see you guys there. The top has been taken off, so there's the capacitor in all its beautiful glory. Oh my god, guys, this has a 212. Dang. Guys, this fan could have been a great performer, but this capacitor is trash. So that's not what happened. So, I think I need a bigger capacitor, guys. Guys, I think it's a bigger capacitor. I'm going to have to go get another capacitor. Hold on for a second. Okay, guys, I got a bigger capacitor because the other one did not fit this one, so we're going to go ahead and get this one installed now. And I'll see you guys there when I get the wiring switched up for this capacitor here, which is going to hold a lot of charge and speed up this fan up to the way it needs to be. Okay, so the old capacitor has been unwired, and now we have to install the new capacitor, or put it inwards. So, I'm going to put that down. And then we put this right here, make it like, maybe like stick right here. Yeah, stick to the shaft, because we're going to put the, whatchamacallit, this plate back on. So what we're going to do next is that step, and I'll see you guys there. Alright, guys, so what I've done now is that I cleaned off the top of the Gold Medieval, including the blade brackets and the canopy. So now what we're going to do is we're going to lift this fan up and make it rest on the mounting bracket so we can go ahead and install the blades and fix up the blades. So we're going to do this right now. We lift up and then we do this. Oh, by the way, the capacitor is also installed correctly and snugly. So snugly is not even a word, but it'll work. So, yep. There we go, guys. The Gold Medieval is on the mounting bracket now, resting. So that's perfecto. I might have to sacrifice one of the screws, guys, on this mounting thing because, unfortunately, there's only one screw for the mounting, so I'm going to have to sacrifice a screw here. But I also went ahead and tightened up this mounting set because it was very loose. So I tightened up the cotter pin, and I tightened up the screws. So, yep. All right, guys. So I've taken off one of the screws for this piece. I'm putting it on top of there. So the next thing I gotta do is to wire this fan up, and I'll see you guys there when the fan's all wired up. The fan is now wired up, so our next step is to lift the canopy up and put it on. Okay, and like that. Oh, not through it. Almost there, guys. Almost there. And the canopy is up. Might have to move it around a little bit. Give me a second, guys, because this canopy is being a little bit on the annoying side. Right. There we go. Come on, come on. There we go. There we go, guys. The canopy is up. So our next step are the blades, and I'll see you guys there with the blades. 1 blade installed. 2 blades installed. 3 blades installed. 4 blades installed. 5 blades installed. Alright, guys. The next step is to install the light kit. So we are going to move the globe up, and we do it like that, and then after that we need the finial. Okay, installing the globe. Give me a second, guys. Give me a little second. Trying to get this thing to work. Alright. Needs to move a little bit more up. Okay, now the finial. So the globe falls down. Alright. And the finial goes up like that, and alright, guys, now the next step we have to do before we test this fan out is that we have to bend one of the blades back. Hold on, one of the finial is not centered right. OCD moment. Give me a second, guys. Okay, so now we fixed that. So now we can bend this blade up here carefully so it doesn't snap, because if this thing snaps, guys, that is going to be bad news, because, guys, we cannot find... I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find a bracket like this easily, because there's a specific bracket for this fan. Now let's go and test it, guys, because what I did is I took out the pull chain nut from the old light kit from that fan to this fan, because there was no pull chain nut here, so I used that. And I could not find this pull chain fob, sadly, but it'll work. And I could just put a normal one on there. You know what? I'll do that right now. Alright, guys, that was the best I could do, is put a normal pull chain fob on there, so now we have a normal pull chain fob. Now let's go and test it. Alright, guys, so let's go ahead and test it. I think we'll do high. Light works. So yes, guys, this fan does still unfortunately wobble a bit, which y'all about to see that in a minute. Yeah, there's the wobble. It does unfortunately wobble still, but I think it'll be fixed with the wobbling kit. And yeah, there you go. It's bouncing itself out, because I couldn't really get that bent blade back to its original position without breaking it, so that's the best we got. But it is a lot faster, pushing a lot more air, and it's a beautiful fan, to be honest, guys. And yes, it is missing the canopy cover and some screws and of the top decoration for this here, but for the top. So yep, it's blowing some nice air, guys. A lot faster than before. And yep. So this fan here was a success. The Goldman deal is now officially refurbished the best I can and repaired. So there's this fan, guys. Let's see if I can turn it off, because the chains are moving from the wind that this thing's producing. Right there, right there, right there. Come on. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. That's the light. Fan. Alright, there we go. Now we can do the hugger, because that's the least fan, so we'll get started with that now. Alright, guys, so I'm outside with this hugger, and what I'm going to do now is that we are going to take off all the blades, throw them away, and take off the motor, and just pretty much uninstall it, and clean it up, and do the usual. So next step we're going to do is take off the light, and we are going to move that into the shed in a bit. And then what we want to do next is that we are going to... Give me a second, guys. Alright. Alright. And now we're going to take off this motor housing, which definitely needs to come off, because we're going to do the chemical treatment in a bit. Stop selecting the globe. Alright. Stop selecting the globe, please. I don't know why it keeps selecting all... Like, it's doing it again. I'm not even selecting the globe. Alright, there we go. So now that we got the housing off, we are going to go ahead and give that the chemical treatment. I'm going to go ahead and take off this whole just everything, guys. So I'm going to take off this motor now, and I'll see you guys there. Alright guys, so I've gotten the hugger in here. I'm going to take out the bulb because what I'm going to do guys is I'm going to take out the entire switch housing. The whole switch housing is going to be taken out. So what this means guys is that this motor is going to be only a motor. So y'all about to see that in a minute because I'm going to take off the switch housing or the switch cap. So the next step is definitely the switch cap. Okay. Nope, you need to switch cap first. Hold on. There we go. And I gotta take out the socket as well because, guys, this whole thing is rusted. So, yep. And I need to get some new chemicals too because these ones are kind of nasty from this fan. So, yep. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to go ahead and take out those internals and take out the entire switch housing and mounting bracket. So, see you guys there in a minute. Alrighty guys, so the socket's been taken out, and the next thing we're going to do is put it in this fresh new batch of chemicals. Yes, this bunch a bit messed up, but I think it'll be okay, because we did get a fresh new batch, so that's good. So we're going to go ahead and scrub this all up, and I'll see you guys there. Alright guys, so I've gotten off all the rust, so now it's just a bare metal parts. So now we can go ahead and move it to the painting section. So we're gonna do that right now. Time to get some painting done. Alright guys, this has been applied now. And don't worry guys, because this paint is a outdoor resistant paint, which should not rust. So there we go. And the motor, I know the motor guys is a bit rusty, but it'll be okay because I plan to add something on top of here. And the motor does still work, so I'm going to just oil up the bearings and do that. So I'll try my best, guys, to make this fan last as long as I can, because it's an experiment fan. Let's see how long it lasts. So that's what I'm going to do here. So this motor is still working, so we're going to go ahead and cover it up and give this motor continue its life outside. Its miserable life outside. So, yep, I'm going to do that right now. Alright guys, I got a new capacitor, new pulled chains, so we're ready to install the new switch housing to this thing. Alright guys, the mounting bracket's been installed. The switch housing has been installed. I got a new connector for this guys, because I just realized I left the old one on there for some reason. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put this on it. It's switch cap and light. Like that. That. Come on. Secure in place, please. Secure in place. Nice and appreciated if you can secure in place. There we go. Alright guys, it's now secure in place. So now we gotta get that socket, which is right here. So we're gonna get this little socket for the light bulb and install it into the light kit. So just like this. A new socket, or not the new, but the socket has been installed because this is the exact same socket that works. So we're gonna go with it. It already, guys, it already looks like a new motor, but it's not new though. You can tell it's not a new motor. It's the same one because it's rusty, but it still works. So we're gonna keep going with it. All right. Next step is now the bulb, which goes in like this, and just like that. The motor part of this fan is complete. Now what we're going to do next, what is this? Oh, it's that piece of the socket. So now what we're going to do next is install it outside and do the installation process all over again. Okay guys, so I'm going to put up this motor housing now, which is easy said. Which is both easy and said done. Alright. Like that. And line it up right here. There we go. Alright guys, the motor housing is back up. And that should work. Alright. This works. Okay, the next step is installing these new blades I got from Home Depot, which are the gazebo blades. That should hopefully fit, please. Please fit. Alright. 1 blade installed. 2 blades installed. 3 blades installed. 4 blades installed. Now the final step, guys, is to install the globe and put something on top of it. The motor housing, so no water gets in, because guys, this fan, I kind of want to make it last long, so I want to see how long it lasts. So we're gonna give it a little help, even though it's a cheap little hugger. Alright guys, now we do attachment. We have to move it here, because Roblox does not want to move it for me, because this is not real life, unfortunately. Okay. Alright, I think it's already like that. Okay. Alright guys, now I'm going to cover something on top of this motor, and I'm going to be back with testing it. Alright guys, we're now out here. There's a storm over there, but so you might hear some lightning, but here we go guys. We're going to go ahead and test it. Here's the light. And then here's low for this fan. Hold on. It has a quick startup because of the capacitor I put in it. Has a decent low speed. Not bad at all. The bearings are unfortunately still a bit stiff, but I tried what I could. Oh yes, and by the way, go up here. I did put a top cover for it. There you go, so no water can get in there, or get it up there in any way, where it was more exposed. And we're gonna go ahead and start with medium. Yeah, that's what I mean, guys. The bearings are stiff, unfortunately, still. Come on. There we go, there's medium. Medium speed ain't too bad. Putting on a nice breeze. Honestly, guys, I like the design of the blades with this fan. It looks kind of nice. Now, there's the light off. It's very dark with the light off. And here's medium, I mean high. There we go. Now it's going on high speed. I'm going to figure out what I can do with that stiffness, guys, because the stiffness is very bad, as y'all can see, but it's an already better fan than it was before. So that's good, guys. That is a success. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with this fan a little bit. I do plan to actually fix it somewhat for now, because not unfortunately, because someone might actually want this fan. So we're gonna go ahead and just fix it up a little bit. So we're gonna start with that. But this one is a success, so that's good. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get a new pull chain switch and bend the blades back. Alright guys, it's a little bit windy right now because we had an outflow boundary, so that's what's going on right now with the weather, but we'll be okay. And here's what I've done so far with the Hummer All-Weather 2. I have bent the blades back the best I could. The light kit still does not want to work even though I fixed it. And here's the fan. I did fix the the cotter pin thing up there, so the fan shouldn't sway, the motor shouldn't sway anymore. But the light kit I tried to fix, but I mean the pull chain is there, and I replaced the pull chain switch, but for some reason the light kit's not working anymore. So whoever gets this fan is gonna have to fix that themselves because I don't know what to do for the light. But I tried, so I mean, guys, this fan is a not best fan, so that's why I'm not really that worried about it, though. My opinion, anyway. So it's actually a bit more balanced now that I've bent them back a little bit. It does work a bit better now. It's not swaying like it was before badly. So I think this fan is pretty much usable, actually. You know what? Yeah, it's terrible, but it's usable at least now. So that's good. Does put out a little bit of a breeze now. So, yep. As y'all can see, the blades are not perfect at all because it was really hard to bend them back without snapping the brackets. So this is gonna have to work, guys. Yeah, it's not very fast because, like I said, it has a back capacitor, but guys, I'm just gonna restore this fan a little bit so whoever has this fan next can do whatever they want with it. That's what I'm gonna do. So, yep. I don't know why the light kit's not working because I did fix it. acting very finicky. But at least the fan itself is a bit better, so that's good. So that's it, guys. Man, what a busy day. Can you believe it, guys? We have made all the fans from that house a lot better than they were previously. And well, yes, this one over here may not be restored completely, guys. It is a lot better than it was before. So, I mean, the next owner who wants it will be happy with it and do what they want with it. Because I know someone actually wants this fan. I don't know why, but they do. So, there you go, guys, for that one. And this fan right here is turned out pretty nicely. This one is my favorite one so far. This one, guys, is my favorite. That is my favorite. Because that was an outdoor fan that was outside for over a decade being outside. And it's a lot better. It's like a brand new fan. And the gold material turned out pretty nicely as well. So, success. Success. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, please. And Ian is out.